They told me love was about finding someone who completes you, but no one tells you the truth. Love is not about being chosen. It's about becoming someone worth choosing, not for your looks, not for your money, not for your promises, but for your character when nobody is watching. We grow up believing that love will save us, that one person will arrive and suddenly all the broken parts of us will make sense. But real love doesn't arrive to rescue you. It arrives to challenge you, to make you stronger, to make you better, to make you face the parts of yourself you've been running from. You will be my wife is not a line from a movie. It is not a fantasy. It is a responsibility. It means I will fight my ego. I will fight my fears. I will fight the version of myself that wants to quit when things get hard, because love is not about perfection. It's about commitment when perfection is gone. If you're here today, maybe you've been hurt. Maybe you've been rejected. Maybe you've loved someone who walked away. And now you're wondering if love is even real. But listen to me. Real love is not found. It is built brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day. This is not a story about romance. This is a story about becoming the kind of person who can protect a heart, including your own. So before you say, you will be my wife, ask yourself, am I becoming the person who deserves to say it? Most people spend their lives running toward love as if it is a finish line, as if once they reach it, everything else will suddenly fall into place, as if the words you will be my wife are a destination rather than a mirror. They chase faces, attention, validation, comfort, warmth, and they call that love. But what they are really chasing is the feeling of being enough without having to become enough. They want the reward without the responsibility, the connection without the construction, the promise without the preparation. And that is why so many hearts break quietly, why so many relationships collapse under the weight of expectations that were never meant to be carried by another human being. You don't earn love by asking for it. You don't deserve love because you want it. You don't become worthy of love by begging for it, proving for it, performing for it, or waiting for it to fall from the sky like mercy. You become worthy of love when you build a life that can hold another person without crushing them, when you become a place of safety instead of a place of escape, when your presence adds strength instead of taking it away. Love is not a gift handed to the unprepared. It is a responsibility given to the disciplined. Words, you will be my wife, should never come from desperation. They should never come from fear of being alone. They should never come from emptiness, looking for something to fill it. Those words are not about possession. They are about protection. They are not about claiming someone. They are about committing to become someone. Someone stable when the world is shaking. Someone calm when emotions are burning. Someone grounded when storms try to pull everything apart. To say those words without becoming that person is not romance. It is a promise made by someone who has not yet learned the weight of promises. There is a version of you that wants love to save you, that wants another person to carry your pain, your confusion, your loneliness, your broken pieces. That version believes that once someone chooses you, you won't have to choose yourself anymore. But love does not erase your responsibility to grow. Love does not excuse your weaknesses. Love does not replace your discipline. It reveals the truth of who you are. It magnifies your habits, your character, your emotional strength, and your emotional absence. You cannot hide in love. You cannot pretend in love. You cannot escape yourself through love. Whatever you bring into it will become louder, heavier, more visible. If you bring insecurity, it becomes control. If you bring fear, it becomes jealousy. If you bring emptiness, it becomes dependence. If you bring anger, it becomes destruction. Love does not fix you. It exposes you, becoming worthy of. Love means becoming honest with yourself when nobody is watching. It means learning how to sit with silence without needing distraction. It means learning how to face rejection without becoming bitter. It means learning how to lose without becoming cold. It means learning how to stand alone without collapsing into loneliness. It means learning how to build a life that does not require someone else to hold it together. Strength is quiet. It is not loud confidence or empty bravado. It is consistency. It is waking up every day and choosing to become better, even when no one claps for you, even when no one notices, even when the results are slow. It is choosing to grow when it would be easier to stay the same. It is choosing discipline when excuses feel more comfortable. It is choosing patience when frustration is screaming. It is choosing responsibility when escape feels tempting. A man who is worthy of love does not chase attention. He builds value. He does not seek validation. He becomes stable. He does not look for someone to complete him. He completes the parts of himself that he has been neglecting. He understands that love is not something you hunt. It is something you attract by becoming someone who can give without losing himself. Every day you avoid your growth, you delay the life you claim to want. Every day you choose comfort over discipline, you move further away from the version of yourself who can protect a heart. Every day you blame the world, the past, the people who hurt you. You give your power away. You become a passenger in a life that demands a driver. You were not created to beg for love. You were created to become someone who can give it. You were not designed to depend on another person for meaning. You were designed to build meaning and invite someone to share it. You were not meant to chase dreams through other people. You were meant to build a life strong enough that love becomes a partner, not a rescue. There will be nights when you feel invisible, mornings when you question your worth, moments when you wonder if anyone will ever truly see you. Those moments are not curses, they are invitations, invitations to grow, invitations to rise, invitations to become more than what you have been settling for. Pain is not the enemy, comfort is. Pain reminds you that something needs to change. Comfort convinces you that nothing needs to improve. Pain pushes you forward, comfort keeps you stuck. The man who becomes worthy of love learns to listen to pain without letting it harden him. He uses it as fuel, not as an excuse. Stop waiting for the perfect person to arrive. Become the person who is ready when love shows up. Stop rehearsing fantasies and start building reality. Stop asking when your life will begin and start choosing it now. The world does not owe you love. You earn it by becoming someone who can carry it. You are not behind, you are not broken, you are not unworthy, you are unfinished, and that means you still have time. Me to grow, time to learn, time to rebuild, time to become the version of yourself who does not run from responsibility, but rises to meet it. When you finally say, "You will be my wife," it should come from a place of strength, not scarcity, from wholeness, not hunger, from purpose, not pain, from a man who has faced himself and chosen to grow anyway. Most people fall in love with the idea of love before they ever understand the weight of it. They grow up watching stories where feelings are enough, where passion solves everything, where words replace action. They believe love is supposed to be easy, magical, effortless. They think if it feels right, it must be right. But real love is not a feeling you chase. It is a responsibility you choose every single day, even when the feeling fades, even when the moment is heavy, even when the road becomes uncomfortable. Love is not built on butterflies. Butterflies disappear when life becomes serious. Love is built on commitment, on patience, on emotional discipline, on choosing the same person even when the excitement is quiet. Anyone can love when it is easy. Very few can love when it requires strength. The fantasy says love will heal you. The truth says love will test you. It will challenge your ego, your pride, your selfishness, your fears. It will show you where you are immature, where you are insecure, where you are avoiding responsibility. It will not let you hide behind charm, money, looks, or words. Love will demand the best version of you, not the most comfortable one. Responsibility means showing up even when you are tired. It means listening even when you want to defend yourself. It means choosing patience when frustration is loud. It means protecting the heart you ask for, not just when it is happy, but when it is hurting. Love is not about what you receive. It is about what you are willing to carry. Most people want the reward of love without the work of love. They want loyalty without earning trust. They want understanding without learning to communicate. They want support without becoming stable. They want romance without sacrifice. But Love does not grow where effort is absent. To say you will be my wife is to say I will be accountable for my actions, my words, my growth. It is to say I will not run when things become difficult. I will not disappear when emotions rise. I will not choose my comfort over your safety. I will not treat your heart as something temporary. Love requires emotional strength, the strength to stay calm when you are triggered, the strength to speak gently when you are angry, the strength to forgive without keeping score, the strength to grow instead of repeating the same mistakes, the strength to become better, not just for someone else, but for yourself. Real love is not loud, it is consistent, it is built in small choices, quiet sacrifices, daily effort. It is shown in respect, honesty, loyalty, and patience. It is felt in safety, in trust, and peace. It is protected by boundaries, not controlled by fear. When fantasy fades, responsibility remains. When emotions shift, commitment stands. When life becomes heavy, love becomes a decision, not a feeling. And the ones who understand this are the ones who build something that lasts. Most people believe loyalty is something you offer after you feel secure, after you feel certain, after you feel loved enough. But real loyalty is not built on certainty. It is built on choice. It is choosing to stay when it would be easier to walk away. Choosing to grow when it would be easier to repeat old patterns. Choosing to protect when it would be easier to think only about yourself. Loyalty is not about being perfect. It is about being present. It is about showing up when you don't have all the answers. It is about standing firm when emotions try to pull you in different directions. It is about becoming someone who does not disappear when things become uncomfortable. Growth is not something you do once. It is something you choose every day. You outgrow old habits, old fears, old versions of yourself. You let go of who you were so you can become who you need to be. And this is not easy because comfort feels safer than change, even when comfort is slowly destroying you. Emotional strength is not silence. It is self-control. It is learning how to feel deeply without reacting blindly. It is learning how to pause before you speak, how to breathe before you break something you cannot fix, how to choose words that heal instead of wounds that last. Choosing growth means taking responsibility for your triggers instead of blaming the people who activate them. It means facing your fears instead of running from them. It means learning how to stand alone without becoming cold and how to love without losing yourself. Loyalty begins with who you are when no one is watching, with the promises you keep to yourself, with the discipline you choose when distractions are loud, with the boundaries you protect when temptation appears. To say you will be my wife is to say I choose you in my actions, not just in my words. I choose you when life is calm and when it is chaotic. I choose you when I am strong and when I am still learning. I choose to become better, not because you demand it, but because love deserves it. Most people think the promise of forever is something you say when you feel safe, when you feel sure, when everything seems perfect. But forever is not born in perfect moments. It is born in ordinary ones, in quiet mornings, in difficult nights, in days when nothing feels magical, yet you still choose to stay. Forever is not a dream you fall into. It is a life you build. Real love is not measured by how much you feel, but by how much you are willing to become. It is shaped by patience, protected by honesty, strengthened by effort. It grows in the space where two people choose each other again and again, not because it is easy, but because it is meaningful. You will not always feel inspired. You will not always feel strong. There will be moments when doubts rise, when fear whispers, when old wounds try to return. In those moments, love is not about romance. It is about courage. The courage to stay, the courage to speak, the courage to grow, the courage to rebuild when things break. Forever is not found. It is created through thousands of small decisions, through forgiveness when it hurts, through understanding when it is hard, through loyalty when temptation appears, through effort when exhaustion tries to win. And one day, when the world feels heavy, when the storms of life surround you, when everything you built is tested, love will not be the words you once said. It will be the strength you became. Because you will be my wife is not a promise of perfection. It is a promise of persistence. It is not a guarantee of ease. It is a declaration of effort. It is not about the future you imagine. It is about the person you choose to be. And when you finally say it with a life strong enough to prove it.